All right. Well, we're on a little bit of a delay, and I want to make sure that you hear me. But today we're going to be playing Endeavor, and this new Endeavor is Endeavor Deep Sea. There was the Age of Sail or something of that nature, and now I'm going to be showing you the solo and cooperative mode in this game. Now, I got to turn that sound down. Just want to make sure the sound is good. Must be pretty good, otherwise that would be super loud. But yeah, tonight we're going to be playing this game. We're going to show you the solo cooperative mode, which is only slightly different than the actual gameplay, just because it's going to change up the goals. Now, allow me to get myself together. This is right after dinner, so I gotta, kind of feel everything out. But I'm going to explain to you this game in depth and show you what I'm trying to do, and you're going to see me take the L. That's fine. We're going to have some fun. All right. So who's in the chat right now? We have Caitlin is in the chat. Thank you so much for joining. So we're going to take on the mission. So this game is a scenario-based game. So you're going to have the two scenarios that you're looking at right here, one here and one here. It's going to actually tell you the setup. So for this one, this is the Call of the Ocean. This is, since your first day in charge of a team, we'll keep the mission simple and let you get your sea legs. Pretty much anything you do in the ocean will have value today. Now this game is about, I guess I would say, cleaning up the planet. It's not about waste and things of that nature. As you've taken a look at the campaign, you'll notice that they have all kinds of stuff that shows that this is about eco-friendly things. You can see that they have the bagasse inserts. They're going to have less, if not no plastic, FSC. All these things are involved. You won't see any of that today because this is a prototype and it's just trying to show you what's going on in the game. Even the game trays will be made of bagasse. They'll be made of recycled biodegradable materials. So you should know that. It's a very interesting project. Please pay attention to that kind of stuff as well. Now, we're going to do this scenario. It's got a little bit of a setup, and I'm going to show you how that looks on the top-down side. So let's just go ahead and get to it. All right. Now I'm going to switch over here so I can see you chat with me. Hey, Sean, let's see. Hey, Caitlin. Hey, Brenda. Hello, Brenda. Thank you so much for showing up today. I got kind of a modified setup. I'm going to be moving things back and forth, things of that nature, just to kind of make sure you can see as much as possible. I'll even be taking components like this and moving them in and out. So you'll kind of be like, oh, what is he doing? What is he doing? This would not be the exact setup you would make for the game. I just want to make sure you stay close to what's going on. So what's part of our setup here? We're going to be playing over 7 rounds. The solo game is 1 round extra. It's usually 6 rounds. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be recruiting these specialists. The specialists will have actions on them. We'll go through these different actions to start a round. We'll go through these different things to start a round, and then we'll actually take actions out on this board. Now, what are you trying to do? Well, you're trying to go out with your boat and discover things. You're going to be discovering more lands. Each mission has a layout that you are looking at here. And what you can do is you can go out further and you can also go deeper. So you can go deeper and add tiles from deeper areas to kind of add to this and make it deeper. It can go 5 deep. So trust me, this is a very condensed version of the setup. Trust me, it's a very, very condensed version of the setup. We're going to be expanding, and as we expand, we're going to expand this board. But also, you're going to see some things that will help you score points in the game. You are looking at what's called the impact board, and on this impact board, it's going to tell you everything in the mission. So you have your setup over here and specific things. We have our sea star here. We have our looking glass here, 2 random tiles, and it says the sea star is the launching zone, and each player places a vessel there and gains the arrival bonus. I'll tell you what the arrival bonus is right away, but I'm just going to put this disc right here. We'll talk about that as we play. You're also going to have co-op goals. Now, the normal game, you're going to have these goals here. So, for example, it says per sonar disc in the sea. So if you're first place or second place in a normal competitive game, that's where you would get your points. You would decide who's first or second. In the co-op game, it's a certain amount of things times player count. And I just realized I forgot something. Hold on one second. I just realized I forgot something. Oh, let's see. All right, I'm going to try to play this cool. So let's see here. Let's see, we're gonna do this one here. Senior specialist, we're gonna do this one here. We're gonna do that one here. We're gonna do this one here, not for 5 players. We're gonna do that one here, 6 per player count. And we're gonna do this one here. Let's see, we're gonna do that one here and do that. Okay, we gotta have co-op goals, I just realized that. So we're gonna have these co-op versions of the goal. So this one here is journal disc in the ocean. So you're gonna have the discs out here in the ocean. We'll talk about that as we go along, but it says 4 per. So if we've only one of us, we have to have 4 out there. And then finally, we have to have conservation projects. I'll show you what those look like as we reveal them, but we're gonna have to have at least 7. And then along with that, we also have our impact board thing out here. So we have to have 12 points between our impact board, our journals, and specialists. So we're gonna have to do a lot of things. And then we also have 3 goals over here. So solo and cooperative is really a cooperative experience. You're gonna have a lot of work to do in these 7 rounds. Trust me, you build up actions as you go along, so don't get too worried, okay? I'm gonna show you how to do it. I'm probably not going to do that great, but I'm going to try. You got to motivate me. You got to help me. As a matter of fact, if you know a little bit about this engine and you see something I could do better, let me know in the comments, because Lord Jesus, I may stumble. So yeah, you can complete up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And my other one here is, it says have 6 research left over times player count. This one says zones 3, 4, 5 depth times 1, okay, plus 3. So we got to have a lot of those depths. We got to go deeper in the game. And then this one here says 5 senior specialists, and we'll talk about the specialists as they come. So I'm going to keep these off down here to the side so I can see them, okay? And I'm going to keep this here. And like I said, as we expand, I will just expand this, or I'll remove things so you can see them as we play, okay? So I'm going to put this right here. What you're looking at to your left are the specialists. At the beginning of the round, what we're going to do is we're going to basically walk down this board here. I'm going to keep my terms right here so I can make sure I got it. Right here we have our reputation. This is going to tell us where we can draft our specialists from. There are level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. As you go through this, you will find that each one of them gives you benefits and actions as you draft them. The further you are on this track, the better off and the more pool you can draft from. So for example, if I'm here, I can grab from the 2s or the 1s, okay? If I'm here, I can grab from the 3s all the way down to the 1s, and so on. The fifth part is these are asymmetrical, so you'll have points that you can score, things of that nature. Some of them are going to give you some crazy benefits. Some of these are going to give you crazy benefits the second you take them in. So I'll show you that probably in the first turn. The next part we're going to do is the inspiration. So inspiration is how you get these action tokens. We started out one with our leader. I'll talk about the impact of that, but that's where you're going to get these action tokens. You want as many of those as possible, and if you're doing it right, you should have a ton of them so you can do things with them. And then we have our coordination. Coordination is how you remove these tokens so that you can eventually use them again to activate the people that are in there. So it's just one of those ways that you kind of keep the pace moving. You're going to have to make some interesting choices of who's unlocked and who's not unlocked sometimes, because you may not have enough tokens to do so. So that's important. And then lastly, we have our ingenuity. Ingenuity is going to determine, 1, how many ships we have out there, also how far we can move and how deep we can move. So it's important to kind of pay attention to that, because the more of these ships out here, we'll have more ships to move around. We'll also be able to move deeper into the thing, and we'll also, we'll kind of have some more options. And you'll see that as the gameplay goes, or I will stink at it and I will not do it. But for right now, let's go ahead and just dig in right now. I think we're good enough to start. So like I said at the top, we have our reputation. And since we are only at a level 1 reputation, and I should say this, on the top of the board, it's going to show us how many points we have scoring depending on how far our pieces are in these columns. So that's one of the ways you score points in this game. And I'm going to kind of speak from both perspectives so you get an idea of the competitive part, because this is not too far off from what you're doing when you play regular here. It says, are each of the specialists different in each spot? So yeah, so each one of these specialists is different, But then there are ones that are like very asymmetrical and they score you points at the end of this track here. So yes, they are very different. Like for example, you have this one here. I'm going to pull out the first three because I can only have access to these. You have the sonar operator. The sonar operator automatically gives you some movement on your coordination, I believe, as coordination, but it also will give you the sonar action. This one here, the pilot, will give you impact, but it also will allow you to move. This one right here will give you reputation, but it will also allow you to dive. So you have these different options that you're going to have to make. There's choices you got to make right away. But we're paying attention to the sonar, we're also paying attention to our journals, and we're also paying attention to our conservation. So we may want to lean into those things as we take turns in this game. And I think what I'm going to lean towards right away, straight away, is the operator right here. So when I take something on the left side, it will tell us if we automatically get a benefit. I am going to automatically get a benefit. Let's see, the specialists are the same in their various spots except for, yeah, okay. So I'm automatically going to get some coordination that moves it up one spot on the chart. And now I have something to another place to add a piece if I wanted to, okay? Now we're going to also receive a what's the name? I can't remember the name of the disc, but we're also going to receive a disc, and that disc comes from our discard pile. I receive this disc, it goes here. Now we also will have coordination, and we will remove a disc. So I can remove this from my leader. He's the only one that has one on there right now. And then finally, we start taking our actions, and all that is laid out on the side of the board. If you know Burn Island games, and you know their stuff, even kids table board game, the iconography is like right on point. It's pretty consistent, and you know what's going on in the game. But now we're going to start taking actions, and it's really about what are we going to do, okay? So I have the two actions. This leader right here is actually going to be able to do all 5 of the actions that are possible. So let's just talk about them. So assume we're in an imaginary world here and I'm upgraded a couple times. I'm just going to show you what the movement is. So if I wanted to move, I can move according to my depth. So let's say I was at level 2, I could go down to level 2. But I also could move 2 spots if I wanted to. And wherever I land, I will get this sort of arrival bonus, and that a bonus is right here to the left. So when I land it here, it says that I get this arrival bonus. I get the piece that's right here. I get this extra piece. So that's movement in a nutshell. The iconography on the cards will tell you what you can do. So let's go ahead and dig into that. We have our sonar. Okay, so our sonar are these spots down here. You would be putting action discs down here. Okay. You put an action disc down here. When you put an action disc down here, it will tell you how deep of a tile you can grab. Now there are tiles for 0, kind of 0 level, that's the surface area, and then we start going down deeper, and then we start going down deeper to darker and dangerous things, and even all the way down to 5. So it can get real dark and deep, and there's different benefits for those choices, okay? So you definitely want to pay attention to that. Definitely want to pay attention to that. You'll have a choice between the 2 tiles. You put them on there. That's that. We'll talk about that as we reveal those things. Next up, we have dive. These tokens right here will pop up randomly on certain tiles. You will flip one of these over. I'm going to flip this one over right here at the bottom. What this has on here is sometimes an extra action and also research. Research is a resource that you would use to spend on these journals over here. You pay for the resource, you pay for it, and then you also can take the action that is on there. Sometimes those are immediate, sometimes they're not. Speaking of journals, on these cards, on these tiles, you may also see these colors. There's different colors on here. Those represent the colors that are on top of the journals right over here. So you're going to spend the certain amount of research. I'm going to bring this over here. So we could use the brown one right here. And if I did, I place this right here. And we place the brown one right there. And what that means is now we have to spend 2 of this fake energy here, research that I have right here, and then we would have a benefit activate. This one says I move 2 on this track, inspiration track, and then I also get to upgrade one of our specialists. Now the specialist, which is one of my goals by the way, we want them to become a senior specialist. We want to upgrade them, and that's what this means. When we flip that over, we may get an extra benefit, and we'll get an upgraded version which gives them double actions, choice between two actions. There's a whole bunch of benefits. And as you get to the specialist, they may give you specific, just straight points, something like that. So that's what we're trying to shoot towards in certain areas. As a matter of fact, we have goals to do so. So we definitely want to make sure we're getting our research. That actually makes me think again about what I grabbed. And I think, instead of doing that, I'm going to move this back. See, Jeremy's already taken his solo mulligan already, okay? Already. All right, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and move this one over because that's what this tile is going to give. I'm solo mulligan early. There you go. Pulling it back. Okay, so that's that. Conservation, when we see a tile, we'll do that. But journaling, that's kind of how that works. Lastly, if we ever get an impact icon, this icon right here, it's a little star right here on our left. That star is going to represent this impact board. And what we do is as we come out one of the spots where there are lines right here, we're going to activate things, and we're going to start from anywhere we want to. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4 spots on this one. On the other side, I think there's only 1 or 2. And then what you're going to do is as you place this and you add a star, you can get benefits along the way. Like that will move you along my reputation track, or if I start it right here, I could go and move up my inspiration track. So what you're trying to do is you're moving across these things, but eventually you'll find the ones with the yellow outlines and the orange outlines, and those will give you points. Ultimately, if you get inside of here, you will have more points as well. So there's quite a few ways to score in this game. You really got to stay on it and kind of be engaged, but you really want to hit these goals, because the way you win in solo mode is not just scoring points. You want to score points, but you also want to hit the goals, and you'll be graded on how you complete these goals. So if you complete 4, 5, 6, or 7, let me make sure. I should have had the goal thing out here. I didn't put the goal thing out. Let me see here. Let's see. Impact board. I should have put it out. You think you're prepared, right? And then you are prepared, and then you're not prepared. You're like, oh, Lord Jesus, Lord Jesus, Lord Jesus. Well, I'm not going to dig for it right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that's exactly what it was, because I'm not going to sit here and search while we play. But it's 4, 5, and 6. You want to make sure you have more goals completed. The more goals you have, the better off you are in the game. Yes, I should have 3 mulligans. The specialists are the same. Okay. All right, chat. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right, because I've already cheated already. So I have several actions I can choose from on this tile alone. I could dive here. Okay. I can dive here. I can go in and do some journaling, but I don't have any research. But maybe I will if I dive. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this here, and we're going to dive. So when we dive, we just take 1 token. I will tell you there's ones that give you choices as you go deeper and deeper, and you pull more tiles out. There'll be like ones that'll give you like, hey, take 2, choose 1. If you put a tile here, you get extra benefits there. There's a lot of ones, interesting ones to discover. So this one right here says it gives me 4 research or a selection of some of these other actions. So I think I'm going to just take this. You can only have 1 at the end of your turn, so you can spend it. And I'm going to spend it right away. Okay, so I'm going to get 4, and I'm going to spend this right away. So this is going to go off to the side. Now, my other action with my other thing here, I am going to, kind of want to move, kind of want this impact board, but I don't see anything that's too exciting for that right now. What I do see though is an opportunity to move, and I think this is going to be my co-op one, even though it's not going to do too much for me right now. I think I want this one here, and the reason why I can do that, if I wanted to, I'm not sure I want to do that one. What's this one here? This one says extended conservation. I pay 1, and it says up to 1 zone away. So if I was to do a conservation project, let's say this one had conservation on it, I could basically, I can attack those 1 spot away. Okay, here we go. I'm thinking here. Let me think, y'all. Let me think. Okay, I think I am going to go for this one here. So I'm going to go and pay 2. So I'm going to put my disc here. Okay, I'm going to put my disc here. And then I'm going to receive, all right, so I'm going to pay 2. I'm going to receive 2 movement on my inspiration chart. So 1, 2. So that means next round already I'll be getting 2 discs instead of 1. And that's where the discs start to pile on. I got discs for days over here. But I also get to upgrade. I get to upgrade one of my guys. And I can't upgrade this guy. He's just what he is. He's the leader. He can do anything anyway. But I'm going to upgrade this guy here. And now what that does is it makes me move on this chart one more time. So I get another reputation. So that means next round I'll be getting some of these upgraded guys. I'll have access to some of the upgraded guys. And that's something I do want. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that there. Looks good to me. This goes back in my discard pile. But you notice now I have freed that person up. So it's a nice little combo. I'm addressing the senior specialist. I'm sort of addressing this. I'm sort of addressing the journal. Yeah, I kind of done a little bit of everything. But I have no more actions. I'm going to put this off to the side. If the other players were playing, it says the other players get to move 1 on their track. That's something I want you to make sure you know. And then that is the end of the first round, okay? It's that fast. First round can go really quick because you really only have 2 actions to choose from. Let me see here. I got this in the wrong spot. And we just begin that again. So we start with our reputation, and we can now draft from this row, this column, and this column. And then let's just talk about some of the interesting things going on in the next column. This one right here, I am going to get 1 inspiration automatically, but then I get 1 movement or 1 sonar, okay? So we do have to pay attention to sonar. This one here, this one says, hey, I just get 2 ingenuity. So that would be 1, 2, get me another boat, little arrival bonus. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, that's kind of seems pretty interesting, right? Hold on 1 second. I just thought of something here. All right, cool. All right. So I'm just thinking, okay, so I might want to do some movement. That might help me out quite a bit. Then we have this one here, which is movement and conservation. It doesn't give me any bonuses, but if I do flip this, it's going to give me several things. By the way, this should be full. It's going to give me a couple different coordinations. That pulls me across here, so I would get more discs back off my peeps. So we definitely want to pay attention to that. Maybe we want to go back to the journal well over here. So that's important here. Although we really only have 1 option here for that. So we got to really pay attention. I think that's what I want to do though. I think that's what I want to do. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Although those seem really good. I think what the move is, maybe we go back to the impact board. No, we don't. We don't go back to the impact board. We want to pay attention to the sonar. We want to pay attention to sonar, so that's something too. And we want to pay attention to conservation. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the movement and conservation. And I'll talk about why as we move along, but I think that's the move right there. All right. So now we're going to receive 2 inspiration because we are at the level 2. Okay, so as you can see, as you're using these actions, you're getting different actions. I'm going to remove 1 disc. Well, I don't have any discs left, okay? So I lost those. And then finally, we will take our actions. This just means how much we can move. And speaking of movement, I'm going to move. So I'm going to go ahead and move 1 over here. Now, I can't go deeper because I'm not further on here. So I'm going to move over this way here. Let's see what we got. All right. Boop, 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 boop. All right, we move over and boom, there's an arrival bonus there. That arrival bonus gives me 1 research. Okay, so we've done that action. Now, if we had something with conservation, and I'm just gonna spoil this a little bit because you never know what you will get, but this is a conservation tile. A conservation tile has things you can spend research on and you get the benefits that are in there, but the really cool part is, if you look right here, you can see that there's like something in between. If you and another player or just you combine to complete these two, then you get the benefit in the middle. And sometimes that chains really well. And there's also interesting, cool little benefits too if you do it right. And I'm gonna shuffle those back up. We're gonna probably do that a couple times during this game, don't worry. All right, so that was my first action. And I need more tiles, for God's sake. Let's see here. I need more actions for the Lord's sake here. Now there's nothing much going on here. So I think what I will do, I think I'm just gonna use my sonar, okay? Because I only have a boat, there's no brown that are over here, okay? So I can't do anything there. I'm trying to think of my impact board. I should have kind of addressed that, but I don't have anything that addresses that at this time. Let's see here. I don't have any green. I think I'm kind of stuck right now. So my second round, and you can tell the rounds by how many of the people you have. So let's see here. I'm gonna go with the sonar here. So I'm gonna go ahead and place this here. And unfortunately, this is not one where you can draw tiles because when I can't do it. Did I want to move, for God's sakes? I'm kind of stuck. Oh no, I'm not, I'm just stuck. Here we go. Oh, I am stuck. Oh, I am stuck. I need more pieces. Oh, I need more pieces. No. Sometimes that's the randomness of the tiles. What I'm stuck at is I want to be able to move. And what will happen is I want to be able to move, and I also want to be able to take one of these tokens and be able to do something once I do. So it looks like I'm gonna have to do one of these things where I move back. So I'm gonna use this token to move back, okay? And then I get that arrival bonus, which gives me this. And now I also, I think I'm gonna pass, all right? Is the left ocean tile supposed to be face down? I thought the multiplayer said, I think they are face up to start. I was second guessing myself for some odd reason, and I did put them face down. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. Yeah, there you go. Sean, why didn't you say anything? You're in the chat, man. Yeah, coordination track is super important, and I needed to address that. Let's see here. So what am I going to do now? I think I'm actually going to dive again because what I want to do is be prepared for anything that happens here. And I've already kind of messed things up because I have not addressed this. And I knew that was going to happen live, and I did it when I played last week. So let's go ahead and, yeah, let's go ahead and, I can't journal. Oh, I can journal actually. I can. I can journal. No, I can't. So what I'm going to do is, this is tough. If I knew this was there, I would have done this and went to the coordination. And I don't want to solo mulligan it. I want to take the L if I have to take the L. But what I'll do is I'll pass. And I'll pass because I know I'm only going to get so many actions because my coordination is low. And that's really stinker. That's a big stinker. All right, that's a big stinker, folks. All right, so you can pass. You can take actions, you can keep your tokens, and you can pass. And sometimes later in the game, you may decide, hey, I'm only going to get so many tokens back from my coordination. So you kind of have to make sure you don't cover everybody because you may only get so many back. And I'm going to have to address that next round. And I'm looking for ways to address that. And I may have to do this one here. So that's where I'm at right now. Okay. I think so. And thanks for the catch, John C. Thanks for the catch. Keeping me honest in here in the chat. Okay, so we're going to move on to the third round, and we are moving fast, and I am not doing well, folks. Let's go ahead, and I'm gonna take this one here only because, ooh, actually, I could go impact board. I could go impact board. And the impact board's going to do the same thing. It's going to give me movement though, so that kind of puts things on top. I do need to pay attention to this because a co-op goal is worth 12 points, and I can move up this track, move up here to kind of get more stuff. 6 research left over, zones 3, 4, and 5. Ooh boy, this is going to be tough. I don't have enough tokens. All right, I think this is going to be my guy. All right. So I have a sonar specific person. I'm also going to receive 2 of these activation tokens. And then I'm going to be able to remove 1 of these. Okay, so now I have all these tokens, but it'd be nice if I was able to activate all of them. And then if I was like right here, the next round, I could just pull all those off and then I have them all again. That's something you got to build up to. I clearly have not. So lastly, I pulled that off. So now here we are at our actions part here. Okay, what am I doing now? Whew. I've only got 1 journal. I need 4. I could do another journal right now and that would help. Look at this one. It says, I can flip a guy over. Now if I flip a guy over, and I think I'm just going to flip this one over. I think I got it. Here it is. First cool combo of the game. It says I may conservation 1 tile away. Dig. So I'm going to activate journal right here. Boom. Okay. So I activate the journal. The disc is going to go here. Okay. And then I flip this guy over. I'm going to upgrade him. And then it says, I don't think I spent that, did I? I'm not sure if I did. But I should be down 1 more, I think. Okay. I'm not sure if I spent it. I'm going to spend it right now. Okay. So now I've spent that. And now it says I may do conservation action up to 1 zone away. But when I upgraded this guy, I move 1, 2 on this track. So I have incentive to kind of move up on this track. And then I also get conservation as well. So I'm going to go ahead and it says conservation 1 tile away. What am I going to do? Okay, I have 2 left. I can start here for 0. I can keep moving on this track. That'd be nice, huh? But I do like having more inspiration. I like getting more tokens every round, and then I'll figure the rest out because now I'm feeling pretty good. So I'm thinking maybe I just do that. Or maybe I start moving my reputation up. I mean, I got to start moving my boat, man. Ooh, there's so much. There is so much. But I get to do this right away, I believe. So let me just look real quick. I get to do that right away. What am I going to do conservation for conservation project? I think I'm just going to spin this one. I'll put this right here. And that allows me to move. Actually, I'm going to do this one. Yeah, I'm going to do this one here. It cost me 1. And what that does is it moves me 1 on this track. Although this cost me 0. I think I'm going to do that one. It cost me 0. So why not? And that lets me move 1 on this track. Okay. Boom. Now I only have 1 action token left, which is not good. Should you be on the 3rd spot on the yellow track? Yes, because I got this upgrade from the tile right here, and it gives me 2 upgrades on this track. I started out on 1, 1, 2, like so. All right. Now I'm just thinking, what's the move? How do I get myself going here? A little steam on the engine here. Okay. Why don't we take our first sonar action? Okay. So we'll take our first sonar action. I think we're going to do it. Oh, I can't. Oh no. Well, let's move. Let's do a move. We'll do a move and we'll start getting ourselves going. Oh, I should have done that instead. +1 for your other specialist. Did I? Oh, I did not take that. So this one right here, I didn't take this for the specialist that I got. So I should be, was here. I should be 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Hey, you know what? You people in the chat, you're saving me because I can't save myself at this point. I'm a little off my game today. I don't know what's going on with me today, but I'm a little off my game. I can tell, and that's not good. I think what I'll do is I'm going to prepare for the next round. I'm going to have enough tokens coming off. I'll have 2 tokens coming off. I'll have 2 tokens that I'll get as well, and then I'll have a full action, a full round. I'll have some more things I can do. But I have 2 of these. I have 2 here. I have 2 journals, so I'm kind of close on there. I want a sonar, but I only have 1 token here. Huh. The thing is, it builds up so fast, but I'm not really seeing my build up so fast part coming. I don't see my build up so fast coming right now. So I think what I'll do is I'm gonna go ahead and dive, so that way I have more stuff here. So let's see. All right, so we're gonna get 4 more, 1, 2, 3, 4 more research there. So we're gonna go ahead and take that. I like to take the benefits right away. I don't like to hold off, but there is strategy to it. I've seen someone hold off to it until like the end of the game. Like right before the end of the game, and then they just do a whole bunch of these actions over here and fill them all up, because in some scenarios they really lean into that type of stuff. I think there are 12 scenarios in the game. So let's see. That was the end of the round. I have no more tokens to take actions on, and Lord Jesus, I am looking kind of bad here on this stream. So let's go ahead and dig in. I can only draft a 2 guy. So I have 1, 2 upgraded. I could have a 3. I really like how the sonar works in the game, and I am going to get to that, Sean. Nice way to pop that off on there. Give me that subtle hint, and we're going to do that. So what I'm going to do is, I think we're going to speed ourselves up a little bit. So we're going to speed ourselves up a little bit. I'm going to take this right here, and then we're going to move 1, 2 on this track. Now what that does is it gives me another little boat. And when that boat goes on here, I get an arrival bonus, which is another token right there. On top of that, we'll move down here in our inspiration and get 2 more tokens. On top of that, we will remove 2 of our tokens. And as you can see, now I have a bunch of actions. Now it's my turn to figure out what the heck to do and not mess this up. Are you ready, Sean? Here we go. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to expand. I'm going to slide this out of the way, because now we have choices we can make. I'm going to go ahead and do some sonar because I want to do this for my goal. I need to have a lot of sonar going on. So I have 1, 2 opportunities to do so. Let's go ahead and dig in and do that. I'm going to go ahead and take my first action and do a sonar. So that's going to go, and that's going to have this here. Now what I do is I can choose from this 1 and 2. It says 1 or 2. So I would look at these 2 depths here. I can choose either one. I can actually choose something that I'm not at that depth yet. So I could choose a 3 if I was at 3+ right here. I just have to have levels all the way below that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simulate this whether it works out or not. I'm just going to go with some level 2s. Now the card will also tell us how far these can go, but you can go 5 deep. So I can actually put another tile here and another tile here for level 0. I'm going to go level 2 though, and I'll show you why. So let me take the top 2 off of that, and let's see what we got here. It looks like we have resupply modules. This one here is going to give us a little bonus here. It's also got a whole bunch of places to do sonar, and I really do like the art, by the way. I love the art in this game. It's pretty neat because the darker it gets, the more wild the things get in here. This one's got some funky stuff. This one here is going to give you benefits when you do sonar. It's also got a journal spot and a 3+ here, so I can do 3, 4, or 5, 3+. This one also gives me kind of what I want. I think this is what I want here, because this will be reputation, and yeah, that's it right there, baby. All right, cool. So we'll place that there. All right. And then this goes under like so. And then we are going to receive this bonus right here. So it's kind of faded. I hope they raise that up a little bit, but I'm going to get this reputation here, and then I'm going to get coordination there. All right. Okay. Now what, sir? Now what? I think, to be quite honest with you, I would do it again. I would do it again. But let me see if there's something that's really cool right here. Right now I have 1, 2 upgraded. I need 5. I need 5 upgraded for this one here, promotion. This one here actually gives me a cool little thing. When I do conservation once per round, I get a disc. Maybe that's something I lean into. I go over here, start doing some conservation projects. That helps me out with my goal. I kind of like that. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's move. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So we're going to do a move. We need a move. So we move. Now I could move 1, 2. I could move down here and across because I am at the 2, and I can move down to level 2 now. But I'm actually going to stay on the surface right here in this area, surface area, and move over. And when I do, I get to put a piece on the impact board. The impact board right now, the one that I'm looking at starting on is I'm probably going to start here. Partially because I want to keep this moving so I have enough actions when it comes time. I think 2 movement might be good for me right now. So I'm going to kind of leave it right there. And once again, if you get to these highlighted spots, you're going to get more points. So that's something that I could attack as a co-op goal, 12 points. I don't think I'm going to get there today, buddy. All right. But I am going to do a conservation action. So I'm going to go ahead and put that conservation right there. And then I'm going to spend 4. So I'll go down to 2 to do this one here. And that's going to raise my reputation up 1. It's also going to allow me to put another piece on the impact board. And I'm just going to keep going in this direction. Okay, so I'm going to keep going in this direction. So I can get more discs, and then we're good. Okay, and because I've connected these two, I'm actually going to pull this tile up so you can see how cool this is. Since I connected these two right here, okay, like this, and in the middle, I get that bonus, which is a disc. And guess what? I need a disc, okay? So, all right. Do I want to activate anything else this round? I am there. I can take a journal, except I am 1 short from doing the journal I probably want to do. Ooh, no, I'm not. I could do a dive. I could do a dive. Why don't I dive? Why don't I dive and see if I can get more stuff? Because I can still upgrade someone too. And I think that's what I want to do. So since there is a boat here and there is a green opportunity here and it matches the green on here, I'm good to go. By the end of the game, it's really cool. Yes, it is. It's very cool how you get this mosaic of tiles because you spread out and then you keep going deeper and deeper and deeper, which I'm going to try to do so that I can show you how these tiles go deep and deep, and you can see the cool artwork as you go deeper in the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my disc here. Okay, so I'm going to, I don't know if I did that or not. Did I cover? Oh, I don't have the tile for it. I'll tell you what. Oh, I don't have the tile for it. Yeah, I will dive. Okay, so we'll go here, we'll place there, and then we'll dive one more time. Looks like we can sonar or we can get 3. And I'm going to go ahead and just take the 3 right away, so that takes me up to 5. We're going to spin that. I would love to sonar, but I have 2 opportunities to sonar in my setup right now, so I'm going to rock with that. All right, so now I have this piece here where I can upgrade, and I think I'm going to upgrade this one here. Or I could upgrade this guy. Yeah, I think I'm going to upgrade this guy here. All right, because I can pull off 1, 2, 3. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna upgrade this one here and leave it there. So that way I have another action person, okay? And this one says, for one sub action, with a dive action, it says take 2 dive tokens, choose 1 to keep, and shuffle the others back in the stack. So this is actually a card that allows this, and then there's also ones that that will do that for you. It'll say it on the tile. It's like there's some cool abilities that show up on these tiles. I'm gonna keep digging though. Don't worry, Sean. Don't worry. I'm gonna keep digging out here. But now I'm at level 3, so I'm kind of partway through level 3. Now I have access to all of these, and the level 3 ones have double actions on them. So they have 2 actions on them, and you can take them in any order you want, and you have a choice. And now I'm just looking at what's my opportunities here. I want to be able to sonar. I also want to be able to journal. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to travel and sonar, but I need a lot more discs is the problem, okay? So what am I going to do here? I could, I'm also looking at what the upgrades are. This one gives you 2 conservation upgrade. This one here gives you, let's see, movement in journal. I kind of like that one right now. I'm feeling that one right now. This one here, I have 2 journal actions though, so that doesn't seem effective. Doesn't seem that effective. Oh, I just missed this. That may actually change my course of action. And I think it is going to change my course of action because I can't choose any one of these back here, but maybe, just maybe, I think I found the one I want. Because now I can move here. I can move here. Oh, I kind of like this one. I like yellow. I like the move and dive. Now I can split this movement. So since I can split the movement, this is tough because this is like we're in round 5 and I have 2 rounds to do a lot of stuff that I don't see myself being able to get done. And I need 4 more sonar tokens. I need a lot of conservation. Oh my God. Yes, journals add a lot of variety, and they give you, I mean, there are just so many benefits that you get inside of those actions that I really enjoy that. Boy, you should have seen me at Gamma. I was killing it, and then I lost by a lot. But everybody was unlocking things and I was not. Let's see here. I think, oh, this dive is kind of enticing. It's just not the thing. And I don't have a lot of movement. That's my problem. My problem is I don't have a ton of movement. And I think that's what I do want. I think that's the right thing to do. I hope it's the right thing to do. Because I have 2 conservation. I mean, I'm sorry, 2 journals. I have 2 diving opportunities. 1 conservation opportunity and potentially another one over here. So that's important. I think that's what I want. I think that's what I'm going with. So now we're going to get 3 tokens. And if you see it, brothers, if you see it, can't stay on. I want to say very much looking forward to the game's arrival. You know what? I'm so glad that you said that, Jacob, because I'm very excited about a game that's taken eco-friendly options seriously. I know it's not cheap. I know it's a big undertaking because some of these materials they're not new, they're newer to the board game scene, and with that comes a lot of cost to the publisher. And that's something that you know, sometimes these prices are higher, sometimes, you know, publishers are taking in the cost. It's important for us who say we want these things to support those types of publishers. So definitely take a look at this Kickstarter page. Now, don't get me wrong, this is paid promotion. You know what's up. But I would not support a game that I don't love, and also the people behind it. They're a great team. So, and that's starting with Beautiful Sean in the chat. Let's see here. So now I can remove 3 of these. I'm definitely going to remove from my specialist guy. I'm definitely going to remove from the sonar, and I'm definitely going to try to get this conservation or dive. Okay. Now what's the move? What is the move? The move is to go deeper, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move deeper. We're gonna go We're going to go, that, oh boy, this is tough. I got a tough, let's see. This is tough. Okay. If I do some connecting, I actually kind of have some extra options. I kind of like that. I have a lot of chaining options if I decide to do this. So I think that's my first action. I'm going to go ahead and place this here, and then I'm going to take one of these two. And the reason why is because once I do that, it's going to chain. So I kind of like that chain, and I'm going to go with, and I just want an opportunity to draft another person. So I think I'm going to go with this one here, okay? And that's going to give me, actually I'm going to go with this one here. All right, so I'll spin that one. Okay, and when I spin that one, I get to move one on this track, and then since I've closed this off, I get to move one on this track. That's where it starts to feel good, folks. That's where it starts to feel good. Okay, and I'm trying to possibly fill that up because I can get this goal done. I just have to find another tile. Now, I'm also in the green. I'm also in the green. I just don't want to run out of action pieces here. All right, so I have this one here. I think I'm going to do it. So I have journal, place that there, and then I'll have this one here. It costs me 3. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, and it says once per round. When I take this this one here, so I have to spend 3. It says I get a disc. And then I get to upgrade this guy. And I want to upgrade this guy here. I'm going to upgrade this one here because it's going to give me 2 more reputation. Now I can draft 4s. Okay. All right. And then, and I'm 1 away from completing this goal. Okay. And yeah, if I ever do a conservation action, which I should have chained this, I should have done the other action first and then did this action so I could turn this and get a disc. Do we solo mulligan that? No, we don't. All right, I'm not going to cheat. That would just be flat out cheating. I don't want to go. I don't want to go too far, folks. All right, here we go. So now we're going to. Yeah, I don't want to go too far. That would be like, oh my God, this guy just doesn't follow rules. All right, so we're gonna go. We're gonna go deeper. We're gonna go move. So now that we move, we can go. We can go 1. We can go 2 like that, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go deeper. So with that, I move 1 here, and then with that, I move 1 on here as well. All right, now we've arrived. Now what's the move? Well, the move is going to be the sonar. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that sonar again. That sonar disc is going to go here, and I can choose 1 to 3. I think even though I can't go to 3 right now, I'm still going to put a 3 down here. And just so you know, it says 1 to 3. So we could do up here, we could do here, we can keep spreading this, we can keep spreading this way as long as we have a tile up here, but we can keep going. Like I could actually put a tile here like this. I could put a tile over here if I wanted to. That's based on this board right here. But I still have spots I can put. I'm just gonna go deeper just for the sake so you can see some of the cool stuff that goes on deeper here. And I'm gonna grab 2 of these. What do we got? Ooh, see now it gets darker. I love that. I love when this stuff gets darker. Look at this. Now this is a crazy conservation tile, and I think that's what I'm going to chase after. If I can get down to that lower level, all right. So we're gonna put it right. All right. So let's see here. I'm going to slide this down. We're going to put it right there. We're going to slide these up a little bit, maybe a little bit off screen. Just film me on this one. Okay. Boom. Like that. All right. You see me? All right, cool. I think you can still see me. All right, here we go. So now we have this arrival bonus. So we're going to go, it's not a arrival bonus. We go 1, 2. So now we're going to get 4 tokens, okay? We can only pull off 3. And that's the end of my round. So we're at round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to be at round 6, and then we have one more round, and we got to really kill it this round. We have so much to do. So much to do. All right, so we have so much to do. All right, but that was cool. Like, to me, that's cool. It feels cool. Okay, I'm spread out. I'm desperate. What am I going to do? But now I have the choice of all these guys. I'm going to bring this over so you can see what choices I have now. So I think this is a perfect opportunity. This is this tile right here is just messed up. It's a prototype thing. But I like this one right here, though. It gives me a little bit of everything. It gives me sonar. I like this one because it gives me double movement, though. I like that one because it gives me double movement. This allows me to go 2 on the impact board. This almost feels like a no-brainer. I don't know, that feels like a no-brainer, right? I get to upgrade almost everything. I feel like that's a no-brainer. Let's go with the no-brainer, okay? Let's go with the no-brainer. I feel like that's a no-brainer. I do. In my heart and my soul, with every fiber of my heart. So I'm going to be able to move up 1, 1, 1, 1. Doesn't really change much, but it hooks me up. So I get 4 of these based on where I'm at. 2, 3, 4. All right. I have so much fun when I play this game, dude. Like, I'm sorry. Like, sorry, not sorry. I have a lot of fun just thinking this one out. Even when I'm stinking at this game, I'm just feeling it. I don't know what it is. I'm just feeling it. Let's go here. I think that's going to be it. I get to remove 3? Yeah, I get to remove 3. All right. So I just, like some of these games, like I was telling someone when we were playing it Sunday night, was it Saturday or Sunday night? And I was just like, this is just like one of my type of games. Like it just is. It's just my type of gaming experience that I want. And I'm glad I got an opportunity to take this because I did not like the theme of the previous endeavor, and I enjoy the theme of what this project is doing. And I wish them success. So here we go. That's me kissing butt, and now it's time to play. So now I can move up to 3. I may also want to maybe swing my boat in for the last round. Maybe I get the 3rd boat. But for right now, what if, folks, what if I use my last conservation? Why don't I do that? So I'm going to do this, use this one here, and it says, so I'm going to take the conservation action. I can't because I'm not there. All right, idiot. Let's see here. Where are we at? Where are we? What do we do? How do we know? Okay, I know you play a lot of deep, yeah, okay, so Jacob, let's take a break here. I like, I'm very much an Omni gamer. I love dungeon crawl campaign games that I can play solo that are highly thematic. I like heavy Euro games that have strong AI presences but are also highly competitive and interactive. I also like card games such as like trick-taking games and puzzle card games. I also like just straight dice chucking games and dice placement games. Those are some of my favorite games. And I also like pocket games that are like 18 cards, more like the button shy type of games. The reason why I like this game, and it doesn't have to be thematic at all, is because it has such weight to its choices. I like that I build a different engine every game, and I know that since we have different scenarios and we can build different random tiles, because I don't know how many they unlock on the Kickstarter, I'm assuming it's doing really well, but you're going to have different layouts in a competitive way, and then in the co-op mode you're really just playing the game with a different mindset of goals. And for me, that's enough. I break out a scenario. This is not story connected from what I know. And you're just playing out the scenario. So you can figure out which scenario. It's almost like if you play like Robinson Crusoe and you're just like, oh, I'll just pick one of the 9 scenarios. it's the same thing for this game. You don't have to, you know, have to earn 50 points in this one to take on that one. Each one presents its own thing. So I like a diverse amount of games, and that's why I try to cover a diverse amount of games so that you understand that I have different tastes, you know. But hopefully that answers your question, because I am quite the omni gamer. I love showing people games because I just have I have a wide variety of tastes. That's actually the reason why I was initially jambalaya. But anyway, games with flavor, all right? And I like jambalaya. It's got some great flavor. Okay. You stopped me from winning the game. No, you didn't. I'm not. It's me that's stinking it up. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and place this one here. Okay, and I'm going to do some sonaring. Okay, so we'll put our sonar disc out. It says 1 to 3. Now, do I go for the top side? Probably not. I think I want to stick with level 2s, and I'm not going to build out here. Like I said, I could build out here for fake funsies, but I'm not. I think I'm going to build a level 2, actually. I'm going to build a level 2, and I'm going to start to move this way so that way I can move laterally, and we'll see what happens here. So we have, looks like more conservation project, and I love this stuff. It's like these are whales. There's some kind of, ooh, what's that? If I dive, everybody else gets a movement? Huh. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I think context is very important, and giving a true opinion so you understand why I choose the games I choose to cover. And even if the game doesn't work for me, you can understand why I was interested. And I think sometimes when people say they were interested, they were hype. That doesn't give me enough. That doesn't give you enough explanation. I think you have to have some more detail. And for a game like this, I was completely turned off by the historical theme. I like the theme of that game, not necessarily historical, but just the way it moved. Whereas, like, I'm on board with everything going on in this game. It just as a whole, as a product. As a gameplay, as thematic as well. We're going to go ahead and go with this one here. All right, we're going to go with that one there. Boom. Okay, this is going under. Okay, so now we get a red. We're trying to move this baby. Now we got 4 coming off. Yeah, yeah. We want some movement, I think. Huh. And by the way, folks, when all dive tokens are gone, anyone with the vessel there can move anyway. Oh. Yeah. Let's see. We do need some movement. And we have struggled with that since we've kind of gotten this far. I do like this one, but I don't have what I want with it. This one would be a great one if I had dive on it and conservation. I think the move is to move. I think the move is to move. Yes, it is. Okay, I'm going to move this guy here. It's gonna give me a research. And that's one movement. I'm gonna move that's it. I'm not gonna move him anymore. I had up to 3 movement. I think I'm gonna stay where I'm at. I think so. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate this guy here because I get to dive and I get to do conservation. So I'm going to go ahead and dive. I get 3 more or an action disc, and I think I'm going to take the 3 more. That puts me at 5. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay. So now I have conservation. So what conservation products do I want to attach myself to? I would like a number 5. I still have to do some upgrading, so it would be great if I did some journal stuff right now. Let me check and see what this one is right here. But I believe if you put a disc right here in journal, when you take an action, you get to do another one. Yes, you may concert. Yep, there you go. So I'm kind of looking at what's best there. Okay. This is like we're getting down to the last action, so I'm kind of sweating a little bit here. I do like that when it's 4, though. Huh. I'll tell you what. I will journal. Is that green? Is that green or yellow? Yeah, I will journal. Okay, I will journal. I want to pay the 4, go down to 1. All right, so I'll do that. And then it says, I'm going to go ahead and take 2 discs. So I get 2. And then I get to flip one of these guys. Then I get to move 2 on the impact board. That's pretty cool. I really wish I would have gone up this track and done it a lot earlier, but I am going to go up it anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this guy. I'm going to lose an action though, but I kind of like where I'm at. So I'm going to go ahead and flip those 2. And I'm just gonna, I'm gonna do something that I don't think is the best, but I'm gonna go ahead and put them on these 2 here. That puts me over on these 2 tracks here. I probably should have been fishing for the points early on and just kind of kept going across, because I could essentially be like this, and at least I get 2 points out of it, but I didn't. Okay. But I like that because now I'm going to be able to get one of these five specialists, and if I do, I might be able to get some extra points, and we'll fish into that when we get there. Now, I have 1 action left, and I don't think I'm going to conserve. I'm going to dive one more time, so I'll dive one more time, and that's going to give me 4. Ooh, baby, I'm rich. I's rich. All right. So now, okay, I have 5 journals. So I'm just going to put that on there. I got that one on lock. I need 6. I got 3 of those. I got 3 sonar. I got my 5 tiles, so that one's done. I'm going to put that right there. I got that one. Zone 3, 4, and 5, maximum 1 per player count. So I would have to get another, I would have to get a 4 and a 5. Wait. Zones, up depth, 3, 4, 5. Maximum 1 per player count plus 3. Oh, Lord. That's a lot. I could have 6 extra research at the end of the game. That could be something I go after. But let's dig into this. We have our specialists here. So now I'm looking at these level 5s, because these level 5s can help me out quite a bit. But this is what we're looking for, the other side. This one says senior specialist for, oh, whoa. Senior specialist, I don't think I can do that one. Promote, yeah, that's a co-op goal. 4 junior specialists. Yeah, I gotta go. Okay, so, I'm thinking for each specialist other than this one, ooh, that's kind of good. So I could get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could do that one. This one says upgrade it. It says for each set of, you get 3 points for each set of journal symbols you have. I have only 1 set. Let's see. This one says, and these are all asymmetric. None of them are the same. This one just gives you 4 points. I'm just going to cheat a little bit here. Look at some other ones here. 2 completed links. So 1 point for every completed links. I have a couple completed links, but that gives you an idea. And I'm sure they probably are unlocking some of these. But what's going to apply to me the best? I think this is one that's going to work for me. I think that's the one that's going to work for me. All right. Yep. All right. I don't think you can split your movements. Oh, yeah, you're right. You can only, oh, yeah, correct. Individual movement action must be spent on a single vessel. I did cheat. I did cheat. Oh, my God. I'm such a cheater. Oh, my God. I cannot believe that. I'm so glad you caught it, and I did it. You're going to have to forgive me on that one, because I definitely did that. All right. I definitely did that. I think this is going to be the one. So I'm going to move 1, 2. All right. And then that'll be my 5. Then we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 discs. We have lots of discs. We're going to remove 4. We're going to definitely remove that one. We're definitely going to move. We need to dive and conserve one more time. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. John is an expert, man. John is an expert, and I love him. He's keeping me honest, and he's watching me fall, and he's helping me fall. He's helping me fall. Let's see here. I think we are going to attempt the sonar. So why don't we... No, we want movement just in case. All right, we want movement just in case. Okay. But then I have like no sonar, so let's go ahead and we'll figure that out. Or maybe we keep it there, try to upgrade that guy, try to upgrade her, by the way. Try to upgrade her. I don't know which one. I think we're going to take this off, and then we're going to try to upgrade them and unleash them. Okay. Yeah, I think so. I think so. But I'm glad you're watching these playthroughs, man. I think this game is engaging enough to watch. Sometimes games are not that streamable. I think this game is very streamable. Let's see. And hopefully you like my stream. Hopefully you like me. All right. So, let's see. Dive and conservation. I think that's what I want to do. The first thing I want to do is start out with dive and conservation, just because it's going to help me get down here, and I think that's what I want to do. I wish I had a third ship, because then I can just move that ship down here, and then I would have everything I need. But I'm only 3 short of the dive. I'm only 3 short. I could do it. Oh, I need that sonar free bad. Oh, man. Oh, man. I so want to do something risky, but it's not. It's almost like, what are you doing, Jeremy? This is it, right? This is it. I'll tell you what. Why don't we journal first? Okay, so we'll journal first. We're going to journal first. Actually, let's just do this right out the gate, right? So we play this. I think I'm doing this right, the mentor. I remember we were having questions about this, but with the mentor, I get to flip 1, 2 things, and I'm assuming I can flip this one. Sean, please keep me honest on that one. I think you can flip that one too. I'm just not 100% sure. So the mentor, this one I'm not sure of at all. So I just placed the action token on here. I flipped one of them, and then I flipped this one itself and flipped it over. I think I can do that. Okay. You see this, the mind, the man talk. Anyway, Do you know that? By the way, did you watch Birdman? You remember Birdman from the early 2000s? Habeas corpus. Let's see. Yes, yes you can. So I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the specialist. I don't have any points over here, so I'm not close to getting the 12 there. Dude, this is where the weight of your choices. This is where I'm talking about with this game. Weight of choices. Weight of choices. Let's sonar. We're going to get to move 1 on here. We get a research. Let's sonar again. I would be 1 short. So if I sonar 2 more times, I will have completed this one. Oh man, this is tough. I think I'm going to let go of the conservation. And I'm going to use this one here to dive. Get more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Use the conservation action on here to spend 4 of it to get down to exactly 6, and then move on this track once, and then move on the impact track. So I at least get 1 point from that, and I also get another research. Yeah, man. Man talk. All right. This is where I'm just thinking it out. I'm thinking it out loud. Feel me. Be with me. What I'm actually fishing for is I'm fishing for another opportunity. And I think I'm going to take this opportunity here. We're going to go conserve 1 more time. We're going to spend 0. Okay, we're going to put our disc there. We're going to move 1 more time on this track. And then we're going to go impact, keep moving on the track. Boom. All right, so now we have 2 points from there. All right. Once we made that chain, we have the extra one. Here's a question for you, Sean. And we were kind of going back and forth. When I hit this one, if I go past it, do I go back? Or when it's just at the end, I go back? Okay, so just remember that part. I will fix that if I have to. And by the way, guys, thank you so much for sticking around. Hopefully you are taking a look at this game. Hopefully it gives you an idea what the cooperative thing is. All it would do for cooperative is actually change some of the goals that are here and some of the goals that can't be used. And then also there's goals, co-op goals, times how many players there are. So you really are working together. Probably a lot of table talking going on to make that happen. I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm 1 short. I am 1 short. Oh, what did I do here? I am 1 away, though, from getting the conservation, though. Maybe I just do that. And I can only spend 2 on it. So let's go ahead and spend 2 on it. Let's spend 2. So we go boom, conservation, and we go boom, spend the 2. Okay, spend the 2. We go up this track, bang. We go down, we add to that impact board. This goes up 1. Yeah, when you hit the last spot, as you have, you move back to the start of the last section. Okay. Yeah, so I was supposed to move back. Okay, I was supposed to move back. So now I moved back before, and then I go right there. Okay. All right. Yeah, so I get to go one more on an impact here. So we go here, we get a disc. Please let me know if I took an extra one there. I kind of feel like I did. All right. I'm just going to take this off just for, I think I moved twice. All right. Let's see here. I only have one action left, folks. And it's to journal. And that journal can only be green. And I have a green. It'd been nice to sonar one more time. But I'm just going to journal just because maybe there was some points there. Maybe there is. And by the way, I just took the conservation action. I should get a disc. I did take the dive action. I could have choose 2 tiles. I do have abilities on these cards that I forgot about. This one says, at the start of your turn, you must activate that specialist. So this is one of those things that I could have used to activate. This is an interesting card I could have used. There's some other abilities on here that I could have used. But I don't think I really have much I can do here. Maybe I just journal here, but I don't want to spend it because if I have 6 count left, I get those as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that one. All right. I think I'm good. I may have graded out the lowest, but it's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so that is 7 rounds. What we're trying to do is we're trying to tally up how many of the goals we completed. Let me grab my sheet, make sure I have all my sheets. Oh, the sheet I need is right here. Okay, so we are looking for goals on our impact board. So our impact board goals. Okay, now, and I'm just going to I'll put these little tokens here to kind of represent did I hit it or not. Did I get 6 sonar? I got 1, 2, 3, so no go. Did I get, this is 6 per player count, no. It says, did I get 4 journals? I have 5 of them. Okay, I have 5 of them. So I'm good here, I got 5 right here, boom, I got 5. All right, so I got that one, we got that one. Conservation, yes, I did get this one. Okay, I have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, I'm 1 short. No, I thought I had it. And I was just being so cool. I would have just taken this action. Oh. No. All right. No. Okay. that changes the whole vibe because I was like, oh, at least I'll pass. Let's see. Let's see if I do pass. All right. So that's not good, man. I thought I had that one. It says 7, not 6, and I thought I had a 7th one. I was counting this one right here. Oh, I could have dealt with that in an earlier round. That's okay, guys. It's okay. If you fail, you fail. Oh, well, right? Let's see. On my impact board as well, if I get 12 as a co-op goal, I have my points here, 1, 2, 3, for my impact board. My journals, I don't have any points on my journals. Sometimes the journals have points on them. No here, it's a no on these. Okay, maybe I can find someone with some points so you get an idea what that's like here. Let's see here. I'm not seeing any. I mean, I must have lost a card or two here. Because there are ones that give you points. Yeah, there's some ones that give you points. I'm not seeing it right now. All right, not going to dig too deep. But then there's also specialists. So I have a specialist that gave me points. It says that it says 1 point for each specialist, senior specialist other than mine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I could have been 10, 11, 12. That's all I had to do was make it here, and I would have crossed that line. So I was 2 away. 2 away. Ah! You know what, John? You made me second guess, and I wasn't sure I was supposed to get another impact star. Thank you for cautioning that. I was a little self-conscious about it. I didn't want to mess that up. Thank you for saying that. So I am still 1 short though. 1 square short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I would have needed to get right here to get that 12. Oh, that stinks. So a whole bunch of almost, folks. I do have 6 of the research left over. So I have that one. That's 2. And then I have the 5 senior specialists. That's 3. So I have 3. I would have had 4. I would have had 4 out of the 7. Could have had 5 out of the 7. I was very close, but unfortunately, folks, yeah, +1 star, yes. Yes, I should. I put it on here. There you go. It says, this is not good, folks. It says, and I'm just going to show you a little closer. It has like a little thing that says, hey, this is what you're supposed to have. It says 3 or fewer. I am a failure. I'm a failure. It's okay. The seat of your pants, I've gotten 4 and 5. I've never gotten 7. But this is the closest I've actually had to possibly getting 5 or 6 of these. This was an opportunity based on like how bad my choices were. And this is a good example, Jacob. This is a perfect example of a game that I want to get good at. But I did not make it. I got 3 here, but I had a good time. I spent a good time with you. I spent like what, an hour, hour and a half? I had a great time. Like this is exactly what I want. Now I'm going to play around a little bit and let's just have some fun with this setup because you can essentially have a crazy setup here. I'm just going to kind of make up a board here for you because we still have 1 on this side. We still have 1 that we can put. Is that number 2? Yeah, that's a number 2, sorry. You can have 1 you can put on this side, then you can build a 3. You can build a 3 there. You can, here, where's the 3s? Okay, so we can build another 3 here. Then if we slide this down, I mean, you can just build whatever comes, right? So you can go and you can build a 4th one here, and this is a giant octopus, who's taught giant squid, colossal squid. If you see one of those, it's a wrap, right? All right, so there's a colossal squid, and you can have this. This could be your layout. It could be a totally different layout for your game. Okay, so think of that when you're playing this game. You know, like it's not going to feel the same. And like I said, I think they're probably unlocking a bunch of different tiles, maybe some expansions. I got to go look at this campaign because I'm back in the game. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm back in the game. So yeah, this is just a very interesting game. This will be my 4th or 5th time playing, and as you can see, I cheated like crazy, and I still haven't won. Still haven't done great, but I enjoy it every single doggone time. So let's come back. Okay, folks. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this gameplay today. I had a heck of a time. I was tired. I was like really restless. And I was like, man, I don't know if I got it today. And now that I got in front of you and I played tonight, I'm really appreciative of your time. And I just have fun doing this. It makes me realize how much fun I have doing this. But it's even better when you play the right game. You play the right game to get your brain working. And I almost pulled it off. I mean, think about the first 3 rounds of that game. My first 3 rounds of the game were absolutely terrible. So I have to think about, okay, now I need to work on getting that coordination high enough so that I can pay attention. But your goals for the second round could be completely different, okay? And the layout can be completely different. So this is just an example of the types of things. And this one actually has to do with lanes that you have tokens in. So it could be, and you know what? Let's go back real quick. Just a quick thing. Just a quick thing. So now, instead of like, oh, okay, conservation or whatever, now it's like have discs in these columns, okay? Have your ships and discs in these columns. Have them in row this, like so, have them at depths 2, 3, and 4. So whoever has the most tokens in depths 2, 3, and 4. So it would be the same thing. The co-op is exactly built the same way. But also the layout for how the game starts is totally different. And the map that you're creating is totally different. The goals that you're supposed to have are totally different. So it's just I think they have something interesting going on here. So definitely take a look for more information. Come back, watch me cheat again, and doing my solo mulligans left and right. John C. in the backup. All right. I've been doing this field of vibrations thing. Sorry. John C's in the backup. Drug free. So put the crack up. All right. Anyway, folks, I'm so corny right now. That's because I'm tired. But thank you so much for your time, folks. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me on MvM. Thank you for Burnt Island and Grand Gamers Guild for supporting this channel for this paid promotion. My opinions are my own. But anyway, thank you so much. Have a good night.